Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video, we're going to be looking at another new knife that Klein Tools sent me out. I actually made a post about this a few days ago saying that it was on sale now on Amazon for 25 bucks. A review will be coming soon. So this is part number 44056D. It is the Electricians pocket knife with driver. So essentially a pocket knife along with a screwdriver all in one package. Let's go ahead and go run the package and see what it says. Double-ended bit that locks securely at 90 and 180 degrees. It also has a stripper on it that does 12 and 14 solid, 14 and 16 stranded. I don't think I've got any 14 or 16 stranded here in the garage, but I've got some solid. I'll show it to you. Double-ended bit driver inside of here. Has a Phillips 2 and a 1/4 inch slot, and of course that's a 1/4 inch hex driver as well. Back side of the package, there's all that information. Let me go ahead and pull it back in case you speak one of those languages. Sheep's foot blade with wire bending hole and thumb hole. Again, there's all that other stuff. Push button release for quick and easy bit access. I think that's the nicest thing about this knife, which I'll show you. I didn't see anywhere on here as far as what steel this is made out of. I actually had that question asked on the post. I looked around on the package. I'm not seeing it. I believe somebody told me that it was stainless steel, but maybe we'll see some kind of marking on it whenever we get it out of the package. And then here it is, made in Vietnam. So that's the pricing, that's the package, the part numbers, the details that it says that it does. But let's go ahead and get this thing out of the package and check it out. Let's go ahead and start out with the dimensions of the closed knife. If I take a tape measure, I'm going to come up here to this kind of tallest point. I'm going to call that 4.5 inches right there as far as the overall length. If I come up here at the widest section, I'm going to call that 1 inch and maybe a half. You could maybe go a little bit bigger than 1.5 inches, depends on where you are looking at it at. And then as far as the thickness, it's right around 1/2 inch in thickness. I can tell big time that this is a much slimmer knife as far as in my hand than that of the fastback with the driver, but it's a totally different knife because this one takes, utility blades, so it has a housing that has to be a little bit thicker. So different knife, but if you like a slimmer knife and you don't mind that it's not a utility knife blade, this might be a better feel in your pocket. Now, as far as if we open the knife, you have two ways to do it. You've got this lever here where you can press that down, flick it open. I think that's what most people are going to do. You can also press it down, flick it closed, or you can just take your thumb, put it right here on the thumb hole, and open it up like that. Definitely the satisfaction comes from the flicking. So let me go ahead and open that up now. We'll measure just the knife from the tip to the end. I'm going to call that, again, it goes at an angle, but I'm going to say 7.5 inches is what I'm going to say right there. Now let's go ahead and open the driver. Same thing here. You've got a push button. This is what I really like about this one. You press this in, and then you can flick the driver open as well, unlike it has like a liner lock and stuff. You can open the Milwaukee. You can't really flick it open, but you can just open it without doing anything. But you have that liner lock. To close it, this is a push button both directions. It doesn't really close all the way by flicking. You kind of got to finish it off, or at least that's been the case for me, but it does flick open generally. Overall dimensions with everything open, we've got, it's hard to keep my tape on there, 9 inches. That's right where we're at with that. So that's all the measurements, and again, how it operates, I really like it. I love the fact that you can just sit there and flick both things open and close. That did close all the way that time. So it's a very good fidget tool as well. If you're sitting around and you just want to flick stuff open, this is a little bit safer maybe on your fingers to flick open and close, having a bit driver in there instead of that. So that's all that stuff. As far as the actual handle and stuff, it does have some nice texture to it. You can see all those little grip points. I do like that as well. I don't think you'd have any problem with this slipping out of your hand. And then here is your stripper. So you can see 14 to 16 stranded right there, and then 12 to 14 solid right here. Essentially, there's a little step in there where as you push it down, it's going to change to the different sizes. So I got some 14 gauge solid right here. We'll go ahead and try that out. So I should be having to push this all the way down to the bottom. You're going to press it down in there, spin it once or twice, and then see if it pulls off. Really easy. I don't see, I'm half blind, but I might see a little bitty nick on that. Nothing significant though. And then it does have this looper here where you take and put that in, fold it over, and now you got yourself pretty decent loop right there. So overall, as that goes, it actually strips pretty well, but I never use a stripper like this like all the time. Like if I'm doing a bunch of work, I'm obviously not going to use this as my full-time wire stripper. I'm going to have a pair of pliers in my pouch or something like that. But whenever you're going in somewhere and you're just working on something and maybe you need to strip something back a little bit and you don't have your whole pouch with you, that's where the stuff like this, or the one on this other Klein knife that I had in a tool haul recently, it's got the stripper back here. That's when you use that kind of stuff, in my opinion. I definitely wouldn't use it all the time, so I like the fact that it's on there. It's kind of useful, and I like that stripper. It's a lot easier to use than the one that's on this knife right here. But that's kind of all the features of the knife. Now let's talk about how it performs, what all can you do with it, those kinds of things. So the knife itself, you open it up, again, sheep's foot blade up here as far as the end. So that's a little bit different than the drop points. It does have a bottle opener. I don't think I mentioned that. And I believe, again, this is stainless steel. The packaging didn't say. I thought at first I found a marking back here, but that's actually the part number, the 44056D. There's some other markings up there as well. I know nothing about steel. I'm not a steel person like that knows the big differences between them or anything like that. Again, I do think that it's stainless steel. And as far as the sharpness of it, if I come up here with the packaging, I can take the knife and just slide it right through this cardboard. And this is out of the package. Again, I'm not done anything to it. That's fairly thick cardboard. It's like maybe like 3 layers there. So it's doing a pretty good job right out of the package. I know a lot of people sharpen their knives right out of the package anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But that's the knife. Again, it's a little bit different tip up here if that's what you're looking for, other than a drop point, and it's not a utility knife, so you are going to have to sharpen it from time to time. Most people are going to buy this because of the driver feature, because you can find pocket knives galore. But finding one that also has a screwdriver on it that you like, that's a total different story. Again, one of the main things I love is that I can just press this button and flip it out. Much better than that of the Milwaukee, because you can kind of have it one-handed now to do that. So if you've got something in this hand, you're holding it, and then now you're like, oh, I need to get out my driver. You can just flick that out, start doing work, instead of now I got to sit this down, open up my screwdriver, get it out. I think that that's a key feature on this knife. And then the second thing that's really nice that kind of matches the Milwaukee is that it is a centered driver in your handle. That makes it a little more easy to operate. Klein's other knife like this was offset to one side. That's why I kept using my 1505 over the Klein's, because whenever you use one that's kind of offset, it's almost like you're screwing with the tire that's out of balance or something like that. You got to kind of do a movement like this to keep it going, versus instead of just being able to flick your wrist around. So that's a big difference right there. The fact that that's centered, I'm really glad that they did that. And then as far as the bit, again, you are going to get a slotted Phillips combo bit. So you got both of the main things that most people use, or at least in my line of work, that's typically the two that you're going to use the most. Those are already in there, but you can also take a 1-inch bit. So here's a 1-inch bit from Klein. Still has those same little grooves. That's kind of what locks in your bit, is those little grooves there. You can take that, put that in, still use it as a 1-inch bit, and then it still closes, and you still have plenty of room for that to shut as well. So if you have one particular bit that you use all the time, or you lose this one, you're at least not like out of luck. You can still go back and start putting 1-inch bits in and use Phillips all the time, slotted all the time. If you use a square 2 all the time, some sort of a Torx screwdriver all the time, you can swap it out and use whatever you want to in there. I did think, oh man, what if I can use this 27-in-1 screwdriver right here? It comes with all sorts of double bits. Did I just open myself up to where now I can buy this knife, use this screwdriver, and use all sorts of bits? But if we look at this bit, it does still have the line markings. You can see those there, but it's also, here's the bit that comes in the knife. It's quite a bit longer, so that's going to change where those grooves hit when you stick it in, and it's also a little bit too long. So here's a combo 1 and 2 bit. I thought if I could put that in there, that would be fantastic. It does go. You can kind of put it in there. It doesn't really catch on that side for some reason. It does catch on this side. Has a lot of play because it's not really locked in. It's just in there. But if I put it in there, let's say it even did lock in at that position, and I go to shut it, just a hair too long there, that it's not going to end up closing. So can't really use the bits out of the 27-in-1. I thought that that was going to be a perfect combination for you to buy this screwdriver if you also carry this knife. That way you kind of have some extras or some combos that, again, you might use more regularly than a Phillips and slotted. You can still put other things in here, but it needs to be a bit that has a flat shank like this, the 1/4 inch all the way, and then also some of those lines for it to lock in. So for instance, here is a flip socket, a smaller one, because I thought, well, you could carry this around with you with the Phillips and slotted, and then also maybe you put a few other things inside of your pocket to use with it as well. But if you put this in here, it does go down in there. It does kind of lock in, as far as it's not going to pull out without you pulling it out. It's not going to fall out. But because there's not one of those lines, it's not going to catch and has way too much play. So you can't really use that. It also wouldn't shut, obviously, as well. So here's the 711L. It's got some lines on there. This would make it a ratcheting thing. So same thing with like the pipe vise. If you wanted to carry around your ratcheting driver with that so that you can turn it into a ratcheting driver, can you do that with this as well? So here's that. That's in there pretty decent. I think it's one of those that it's going to move in and out as you pull on it, but it's not going to move in and out while you're using it. Then you could go to the Phillips bit, and you're no longer having to even circle all the way around with, I've got it in the wrong position, so with the driver, you can just kind of move your wrist back and forth to use it at that point. So it would be something that you would think about adding. So I'm not having to even make those full turns. That's kind of a little bit awkward sometimes with a knife. You can just add a ratcheting driver on there. Obviously, again, not going to be able to shut it. It's the same thing though with the pipe vise wrench plier driver right there. You still have to just take it off. This has to be something that you have to carry separate, but it is something that you can add in there. It fits in there pretty snug. Again, it does move in and out if you move it in and out, but it's not moving in and out just by itself. So that's another option that you could use with it. But again, I just think it's fantastic that they centered it up. More than anything, I like that I can do it one-handed now. But the knife itself seems pretty good, nice and sharp. Again, it is a blade and not utility blade. You are going to have to sharpen it. I like the driver function more than anything on it. I hope that they come out with a version that has the same driver on it, but instead of this blade up here, they also make one with a utility knife blade as well, because that's what I like to use on my job sites and stuff like that, because I don't have time to sit there and sharpen my blade sometimes if I need to. I like to just be able to come in there and take one out and put one back in. So I actually use a utility knife like this more than often, but if you are just carrying something around in your pocket, sometimes this kind of knife is a little bit better to have, and you can always just sit around and sharpen it at the times and when you're not like working and on the clock and all that kind of stuff like that. But overall, it's a nice tool as far as a fidget tool as well. Lots of flicking that you can do with it. I like it, but you guys can let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it. Is it something that you're going to pick up? Is it something that you think is going to be useful for you? Drop that in the comments below as well. As always, if you've had this for quite some time and you've been using this, maybe you're watching this video a month or two out from whenever I posted it, drop what your feedback is in the comment section below as well. As always, I hope this video was helpful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video.